savage. So rhinos and hippos and mammoths. The hero was coming, I'm locked in. You know that I'm winning, I'm top 10. You know that I came from the dog pen. You want it, you get it, you drop dead. The rebel who came from the bottom. My enemies know that I got it. I'm planting my seeds in gardens, then watching them sprout and harvest. The greatest was always in my plans. Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit. Look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, gotta pick fleas. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. Giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
Can you believe it, football fans? The regular season finally over. We're here in Sunbury, Ohio at Big Walnut High School for round 1 of the playoffs. Week 11, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles coming up with a 9-1 record so far this year. They're going to be facing Logan all the way from Hocking County, 1-9 on the year. Stay with us for the pregame show coming up next.
We all need help sometimes dealing with everything life throws at us. As outdoorsmen, spending time in nature, hunting, fishing, and cooking with the buddies we love are great ways to reset and decompress. Man Therapy is a platform designed for men, by men, to help us sort through stress, anxiety, depression, or any other puzzles we're dealing with. Get a rundown of how you excel and where you can improve your mental health by taking Man Therapy's 20-point head inspection. It's free, it's anonymous, and it could be your first step towards becoming a happier, healthier man. Learn more at mantherapy.org.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
pregame show here in week 11 at Big Walnut High School. Look at the band, and great job in formation, providing those good tunes. I'm joined in the booth by Micah Flack, as always. Welcome, Micah. How you doing?
Doing well. High school playoff football is upon us. What a time for football, Bryce.
And definitely the kind of weather you would expect from high school football as well. A little bit chilly, you know, towards the beginning of the season with Ohio weather. It's kind of steamy, a little bit balmy, but this is what you think of when it comes to Friday night lights.
And this is exactly what you think of, just around 60 degrees, maybe a little bit under with the wind chill. It's cold, but it's Friday night lights here in Sunbury, Ohio.
Micah, you dug into Logan and their pregame information here doing the prep. What do you see out of this Logan squad as we take a look at their team spotlight?
Well, they're 1-9 and they have struggled. We'll talk about it a little bit more in the keys to the game, but they have to be able to fix the turnovers, Bryce. They have 17, 10 interceptions, 7 fumbles lost. They have to play clean football tonight.
Taking a look at your player spotlight, you went with Chris Gompf.
And they need a defensive anchor. They've given up a lot of points this season. He's a guy that can do everything, be that leader in the second level. The outside linebacker has 4 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions to go along with 2 sacks.
Taking a look at your keys to victory. And you went with the anaphones here. Secure the ball, secure the win, and then early points, early advantage. And you do get the sense that if they could hang around for a quarter or two against this Big Walnut squad, they may start to believe in their chances.
And that's exactly where they want to be. Like we said, secure the ball, secure the win. 17 turnovers, have to cut back on that. And early points for that early advantage. This is a team, Bryce, that's only scored 14 points in the first quarter and 23 in the second all season. And then you look at the other side, they've given up 81 points all season in the first quarter and 105 in the second to opposing teams. The game's more or less over by halftime. They have to play clean defense and find the score.
Now taking a look at our team spotlight for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. We've covered them several times this season. They're 9-1, ended up winning the OCC Capital, coached by Will Rankin and Curtis Krager. Look at their stats so far, and this is unbelievable. Over 3,000 yards on the season, 1,411 passing yards, 16 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, so they're keeping it clean as well. 1,790 rushing yards, 26 rushing touchdowns, 3 fumbles, and a look at their defensive stats, but they have 19 interceptions this season. Put a lot of pressure on this pass defense.
And a great job by Big Walnut. They're going to look to try to do that again against a Logan team who has been turnover heavy. That defense is really going to put the pressure on.
Taking a look at our player spotlight, we've mentioned several guys so far this season. A lot of the playmakers reached out to coach, and this was a guy he identified, Eli Helton, inside linebacker, only a junior, but so far he has 11 tackles for a loss, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 interceptions, so mixing it up there in the front 7. And he was raving about how hard of a worker is, how good of a kid he is, but also a leader on this defense and providing so much of a spark for these Golden Eagles.
And that's what they want him to do, be the outside linebacker that can really control the defense. 11 tackles for loss is a lot, Bryce. He knows what he needs to do. The junior playing like a senior this season.
So taking a look at our keys to victory for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles, and they're just going to need to keep it simple tonight. No early surprises out of them. Again, don't allow them to get an early touchdown or maybe an early leader to stay competitive through halftime, because they can surprise you and you want to play your game. You know, I'm a chess player. We talk about it all the time. And when you're forcing your opponent to play your brand of whatever you're playing, it keeps them on their heels. It's something they're unfamiliar with, and you can really cause some damage.
And that's exactly what they have to do. Play their game. Don't play down to Logan. They can't look beyond Logan as well. They might be 1-9, but this Logan team is going to come in here. They have an opportunity to upset the #1 team in the region. It's going to be a tight contest.
So that wraps things up for the Koorsen Fire and Security pregame show. So we get a look as the Golden Eagles are ready to make their way onto the field through that banner. onto the field to the avail of these home fans. We're excited to bring you this one here in week 11. The round of 16 here in the regional portion of the tournament. A long way to go until that state championship game, but we're going to enjoy it while we're here.
And still got 3 more games after this. Big Walnut and Logan looking to hope they can play next week against what will either be Northland or Perry, the 8 and 9 seeds.
And a packed slate for us at the OH Report. I think I counted we were covering a total of 10 football games here. Football Friday night, always a favorite of ours, but very proud to be able to provide so much coverage across the great state of Ohio, and always so happy to be here at Big Walnut High School. I mean, we even talk outside of on the air about how much we love being here in the stadium.
And it's a phenomenal atmosphere, and what a game it was last week. Bryce, you talk about an atmosphere. They played Westland in the final game to take the OCC, both 8 and 1, and they both went down to the wire.
And we'll take a brief pause for the national anthem. We are almost ready to get underway here at Big Walnut High School in Sunbury, a small town that's grown big but still very much carries that small town feel. As we heard in the Koorsen Fire and Security pregame show, a lot of action for both sides, but for Logan, been a little bit of a struggle finding that offensive production. Big Walnut really able to exploit some of these weaknesses and offenses that they see. So we'll see as the band makes their way off the field. So Big Walnut winning the toss. They will elect to kick things away. They'll receive in the second half. Jake Neff always having a boot. We've seen him attempt field goals as long as 52 yards. He kicks this one right into the end zone for a touchback, so we'll start things there.
I'll be up to Carson Tootle. He has to play a clean game. Bryce has 10 interceptions, just 4 passing touchdowns with 2 rushing touchdowns, only 610 passing yards and only 318 rushing yards. They come into this game a total of 645 passing yards through the air. They got to do more with that tonight.
So as they make their way to the line of scrimmage, we'll get our first look at them tonight. Out of the pistol with 3 wide receivers. They'll fake the handoff, throw it over the middle. Intended receiver was Austin Weinseer.
And Weinseer was coming to do a cross, threw it just a little bit too early, right in the middle. No one home, but good job just to get it away. No one there as well for Big Walnut.
So perhaps a look of what the game plan is against this Big Walnut squad is look for those quick, easy yards where you can get an open receiver, maybe off of a slant or reading that zone. They'll fake the handoff. No, they'll hand it off this time. They'll get about a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And you're going to hand it off to Caden Morgan, 2.1 yards per carry. And like you said, Bryce, just use the dink and dunk. That's exactly what you want to do if you're Logan. Set up the pass and the run by using each other. And that's going to be huge to just keep Big Walnut off balance.
So they'll start again on 3rd and 9. They'll have to get to the 30-yard line to convert the 1st down. Trying to draw the defense off sides, and then they'll communicate the play. To the wristbands they go. 4 on the play clock. The snap looks to pass. Got time in the pocket, now has to roll out as he's pressured out by a lineman, and they'll just throw it away into the sideline. So it'll bring up 4th down and a 3 and out for this Golden Eagles defense.
A great job by Big Walnut on the back end of the defense. Had plenty of safety and cornerback help, had multiple guys double coverage, forced Tootle to roll to his right, saw no one. A good job to just throw it away and not into traffic.
So in the punt formation, but it's a shallow one, and it's a rugby-style punt. Not able to get any yardage there. They intended to go for it, not punt it. The ball came out in what looked like was a forced fumble. We'll take another look at that one there. And as he was wrapped up, yeah, it looks like it was punched out from behind. Lucky to fall on top of that one, but still, the Golden Eagles will start within the red zone.
Beautiful field position right at the 15-yard line for Eli Strumpf and his crew. And that's exactly what you want. Logan, a good chance. You're going to have to try to do some misdirection, some fakes on 4th down to try to keep Big Walnut on their heels. But Big Walnut very aware that time.
Now Stumpf will hand it off to Burley. He'll look out wide and takes one play, and he's already into the end zone. Nolan Burley adds yet another touchdown to an already incredible season.
Great job by Burley finding the outside. Just a burst of speed to get past the Chieftain defender. And he's all the way in for a 15-yard rushing touchdown. A beautiful job by the defense to set that up.
So 1 minute and 3 seconds into the 1st quarter, and we already have our first score of the ball game. Jake Neff lines up to kick the PAT. And caught him going off sides, making contact with that offensive line, so half the distance of the goal will move him up a yard.
Looks like they'll still go for the field goal. No reason to go for the 2 points. You don't really need it in this scenario. And you have a beautiful kicker, like you said, Bryce. 52-yard attempt, just was wide to the left that time we saw him kick it, but he had the leg.
The snap, and quick off the line, but not in time as the PAT is good. So 1 minute and 3 seconds into the 1st quarter. Big Walnut leading this one 7-0 over Logan. Stay with us.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So joining you back here in the first quarter of Big Walnut High School, where the Golden Eagles have taken a 7-0 lead over Logan. And this one will likewise be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the 20 again. A 3-and-out last time, only able to come up with a yard. Getting a little bit dangerous on the fake punt. Almost came up with the fumble, but it allowed the Golden Eagles to start on the 15-yard line of their opponents, and it only took one play for Nolan Burley to extend that to a touchdown.
It was a risk by Logan that was a little bit too risky. It was 4th and 9 at your own 20-yard line. I understand you have to keep the Golden Eagles on your heels, but it was a big risk that did not pay out.
Seen a lot of this pistol look so far tonight. They'll just hand it off, and met at the line of scrimmage and brought down for maybe a gain of 1.
And that's going to be the question marks. Can you be able to run the ball efficiently? You have Ethan Courtney, you have Caden Morgan. You have to be able to get them both involved. Maybe try something to the outside, both times up the middle, just a yard.
Sophomore quarterback Koorsen Tootle leading this Logan squad, 6'4", 190 pounds. He's got a 50% completion rate, 610 passing yards, and 4 passing touchdowns to his record. Out of the gun, rolls out, looks over the middle, and against his weight, that one's almost intercepted. Intended receiver there was Jacob Carrig.
Beautiful job by Big Walnut. Carrig just not able to come down with it, and almost an interception. Logan lucky on that one.
Some pretty even distribution between a lot of these wide receivers for Logan, but Jacob Carrig definitely one of the favorites.
Offensive holding backs them up. So it'll be now 2nd down and long. Or maybe not. The official still has the ball spotted at the 21-yard line. Came over, and be 3rd down and 9 instead still. And this is where Logan has struggled, Bryce. Coming into this game, have converted just 27% of 3rd downs.
27%. It's so tough to win football games. I mean, 3rd downs are inevitable in those big moments. Your offense has to come up with those yardage. We'll look to pass. Tootle, the deep ball, looking for Weinseer. Smothered and intercepted. And a fantastic grab there, Judah Stewart. We'll take another look at that one, and a lot of contact around the site of the catch, but Judah Stewart just falls into his arms and he lands on his back.
Great job by Stewart. The ball is just barely overthrown. Stewart had just a step on the receiver, so because of that, was able to fall into his arms. Tootle threw it into triple coverage, just throwing it up there on 3rd down and long. Did not pay off.
So they'll start on their own 43-yard line. They'll begin again handing it off to Nolan Burley. Nolan Burley will be brought down just about a yard or 2 short of neutral ground at the 50.
And this is where the struggle has been for Logan, just unable to control the ball. We saw that a fumble happened on 4th down, able to recover it, but of course, the Golden Eagles still able to get it, and then Stewart makes the play for the interception. Had to cut back on those.
Now with 1 wide out, they'll put a couple of guys in motion. They get settled. Stumpf hands it off to Burley, and he's off with pace. A juke around and brought down at the 35-yard line for a huge pickup.
Burley runs it inside, then cuts it back. It's by a Logan defender, and a huge pickup to get all the way to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 17.
I like how he was cognizant there of the contact, was lining up to just run over Austin Weinseer, but decides to go with the juke. It's round 1 against a team that is struggling to find wins. You really don't want to risk any injury here. Now a whole lot of help in the backfield. They hand it off to Burley. And the dive earns him about 4 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chieftains able to collapse the pocket and force Burley just get a pickup of 3 yards. A good job by Logan there on that 1st down.
So now 2nd and 7. They'll have to get to the Logan 25 to convert the 1st down. Looks to pass in the backfield into the flat. Brody Hatfield finds him, stays on his feet on the missed tackle, crosses the 20 and gets hit around the 15 and just pummeled, but on his feet. Take another look at that one.
And just swings it out to the left, breaks a couple tackles. A great job on the block by his teammate. Sets him up very close to the goal line.
They'll take Hatfield off just to take a breath. Instead, they sub in Aiden West. 12 catches on the year. Now under center is Stumpf. He'll look to pass towards West. No, finds him over the middle for a touchdown. The receiver there, Jackson Bowers. Jackson Bowers with his 2nd receiving touchdown of the season. We'll take another look at that one.
A great job by Stumpf. Rolls to his right, find his big tight end over the middle, throws it in front of him, reaches out with his hands. A beautiful touchdown for his 2nd of the year.
And a great job of utilizing the tight end there. I didn't even see his route coming through. I thought the intended receiver was Aiden West all the way on the wideout, but instead they find the intended man of Bowers. We're going to take a quick break. Big Walnut leading this one 14-0.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Back here in the first quarter, 7:36 remaining. The Golden Eagles taking a quick and early lead, 14-0, as they line up to kick things away. A couple of touchbacks so far. This one a little bit more of a line drive and just barely sneaks past the pylon and out of the end zone for a touchback.
The question for Logan: can you play clean football and just get that 1st down? That first down, Bryce, will just be huge. You get a little bit of momentum, even trailing by 2 scores. Just getting that 1st down, building that confidence against this really good Golden Eagles squad will be perilous for this Logan team.
So it's been a tough run for him on a couple of plays, the interception and then the 3-and-out that ended up being a turnover on downs after the failed fake punt. And you know, it is the third drive for them so far, and you get the sense that this is a really important one. They have to come alive here. Now on 1st down, he'll look to take it himself and cross the 20-yard line before he's hit around the shoulders.
And a good job just getting there on the defensive side. The linebackers came up, looked like they were going to blitz, saw the rush coming to the outside, and able to get the stop on Jack Walsh.
Interesting one there, having the wide receiver line up in the Wildcat. Earned him about a yard, but all the same, it's 2nd down. Now with 4 wide receivers, try to draw them off sides.
timeout will be called.
Take a timeout. So we'll see what that is about, but they did try to draw him off sides there with the hard count. They went to their wristband, maybe just realized that they didn't have enough time to actually call the play there. But all the same, they'll burn their first timeout. They have 2 remaining.
And they need to think things over here, Bryce. So far, going into their 3rd drive, have just 3 total yards, all 3 of those yards being rushing yards. Have yet to complete a pass.
So ready to play football once again. They'll go with a similar look, keeping 4 wide receivers and 1 in the backfield. Puts Morgan on his left hip, looks to pass, Tootle into the flat, and just overthrows him. Intended receiver there was K-Rig.
Just a little too far out in front of him. A good idea by Logan. Just try to hit the flat, just get those easy yards. But just a little bit of a miscue by Tootle.
That one I don't think was swatted, but I do think that linebacker Clint Stover had something to do with that as he forced the throw high when he was engaged with the offensive lineman.
So now another 3rd down and long at their exact same spot of the 21-yard line.
And blitzing outside linebacker gets their Tootle off his back foot as he's hit, and that one just peters out of bounds.
And Tootle's had the rush coming. The linebacker comes up, comes off the right side. Tootle rolls out as quickly as possible, tried to throw it to his receiver, but out of bounds. And now 4th down and 9, another punt coming, and another drive, Bryce, where they have only gone to the 21-yard line in their own territory.
So obviously can't be happy with that production as they kick it away. This one almost blocked. Clint Stover getting close, and Brody Hatfield just calling for the fair catch. They'll start at the 43-yard line. 47, I'm sorry.
Big Walnut looking to continue to capitalize against Logan. Both times have found the end zone, a rushing touchdown, and then a passing touchdown immediately followed. 15-yard rushing touchdown by Nolan Burley, and then Jackson Bowers a 13-yard receiving touchdown.
So they'll get started out of the pistol, turn around and hand it off to Burley. Burley stays on his feet, and the freight train continues to truck downhill as he picks up about 12 yards on the carry.
And what a job by Nolan Burley, just running through traffic, dragging a Chieftain defender along with him for the huge gain.
6:20 and continuing to tick, and playing this one slow as they're back to the huddle. Ben Ronk communicating that play. The snap, hands it off to Burley with a head of steam, dodges one tackle, has a couple of blockers in front of him, but it was the guys behind him that was the threat. All the same, he'll pick up a 1st down and about 5 more as they cross into Logan red zone.
And a great job, about a 15, 16-yard rush by Nolan Burley. The blockers have been there. Got to give credit to the offensive line, Bryce. They are creating these massive holes for the running back.
So many opportunities when you got good guys in front of you, and you can see he's just following the backs of those guys, taking their lead and trusting them. Now Stumpf hands it off to Burley one more time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He'll pick up about 5 yards.
And even when he gets stopped and that does not pick up a first down on the rush, Bryce, still getting those huge chunk yards, 5, 4, 6 yards.
I think that's really characteristic of this football team. I mean, every time we've seen them, it's just been like a freight train of 4, 5, 6 yards, like you were saying. And for a defense to keep them on, when you've ran the drive 85 yards down the field and then asked them to perform inside the red zone, you have a much greater opportunity. And Nolan Burley scoots into the end zone for another touchdown, his second tonight.
Burley continuing just barrel his way through traffic, gets by some defenders trying to lunge to make the tackle, no good. Nolan Burley finds the end zone for the second time tonight.
So some patient running rewards him. They just turn to Burley play after play, and it pays off. Neff lines up for the PAT, and this one is likewise good, 3 for 3 on the day. PATs, Big Walnut leading this one 21-0 over Logan, still in the first quarter, 5 minutes remaining.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Bryce Coder, Micah Flack with the OH Report. Bumping back in here with 4:54 remaining in the first quarter. Big Walnut taking the 21-0 lead already in yards. A scarcity for this Logan squad so far. A couple of 3-and-outs and an interception. And this time able to make a return, and thrown to the ground at the 15-yard line is what they'll give him credit for, and they'll begin again.
Logan has to find a way to just get more than 1 yard, Bryce, and they have to find a way to complete a pass. This Big Walnut team is just daring them to pass the football, and they've done it a couple times, came up with the interception, but a lot of times it's overthrown in front of the receiver, behind them, whatever it may be. And they've only picked up 3 yards on the ground so far through 7 minutes of play.
We saw in the pregame show Big Walnut with 19 interceptions this season. They'll look to pass one more time. Tootle steps up in the pocket, and the sneak will get him a couple of yards there, but not much. Brings up second down.
About 2 yards, so second down and 8. Progress for this Logan side. And this defense is just all over Tootle. They recognize that he was stepping up in the pocket, about to run, quickly get off their linemen, and come up from behind to make the tackle.
They'll look to the sideline again. 10 on the play clock. Now 5. A lone safety for the Golden Eagles as he steps up, and it's almost intercepted. He thinks he has it, and he does. Referee signaling Carter Dancer coming up with the interception there.
And what a job by Big Walnut. Tipped up, goes to Carter Dancer, makes the grab, keeps control, going all the way to the ground. 2 interceptions now for Koorsen Tootle in this game.
So Jake Neff, the strong safety and kicker, able to get a hand on that one that led to the interception. Tried to make the one-handed grab against his own weight, but there to clean it up was Dancer. So they'll begin on the 26-yard line here on first down. They'll look to pass to the flat. They find a man with speed, and he's drilled as he's falling out of bounds. Aiden West coming up with the grab there. That's his 13th catch of the season.
And a great job by West. All green grass, no one to the left side of the field. So it was an easy pickup and a first down. Gets him all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Consistently moving the chains and just chunking away at this defense. They've also been able to come up with the big plays. Now rolling out to his right, there's pressure, just trying to get out of the pocket. He steps up and throws an interception into the end zone. And so frustrated there, Caden Morgan comes up with the interception, his first of the season. A couple of receivers back there in the corner, a little difficult to see there with the angle, but he did see two wide receivers.
An ill-advised thrown by Stumpf. Just didn't have enough on it to get it to the back pylon of the end zone. The Chieftain defender immediately able to just step in front of it and get the interception. Could have just ran out of bounds. This offense, we know, has been stout and didn't need to force an ill-advised throw.
And in the air, just able to get some fingers on it. Almost went away to the other side. Take another look at that one as it brings up second down.
Great job by the defense right there. It's not pass interference. He got the hands on the ball. Beautiful job. Just go low and force the ball out.
Senior Jack Walsh, the receiver there, wasn't able to come up with it. Now with four wide receivers, three on his right side, he'll look to pass once more, and just a short pass, and absolutely pummeled at the line of scrimmage. Caden Morgan, the receiver, with no gain.
And brought down by Stover. A beautiful job to immediately be right there. Keep everything in front of them, and that's what Big Walnut has been able to do. Just a pickup of two, the first pass completion of the day for Logan.
So 3rd and 8. We'll look to convert again. Drops back to pass. The pressure's there almost instantly. And a flag is down.
And
They're
that's going to be
short.
holding, Bryce. It's going to be holding on the offense. You could clearly see it. And just right there in the middle. That will back Logan up. So what looked to be setting themselves up for 4th and short will now back them up even farther. And 10 yards backwards in the wrong direction.
First penalty flag of the night. I feel like our crew has been kind of bad luck. We've seen a lot of penalty flags this season. I think I was here.
Keeping it clean?
Yeah, I think I was here. 24 penalty flags I saw in one game. But first one tonight, as there's 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Now on their own 22-yard line. They'll begin again. They'll hand it off again to Walsh. Walsh not able to do much with it. It brings up 4th and long.
Looks like it'll be a pickup of just 1 yard. Not able to go anywhere. Have to bring out the punt team on 4th and 16.
As we get ready to transition, if I'm reading that correctly, Logan only has 7 yards so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, you're about right, Bryce.
And a blocked punt just goes out of bounds, able to get a hand on it there. Take another look at that one. Just able to get a hand on it.
And so far in all facets of the game, except for the interception on their last drive, Big Walnut has done everything you could ask them to do. Have played stout defensively, have played great offensively. Special teams has been phenomenal as well. It's been a great night so far for Big Walnut, and we have not finished the first quarter.
Now with a bit of a different look as they look to the left side inside the 10 and fights for a couple extra yards, but gets the first down. Ben Ronk, the receiver.
Ben Ronk is over 100 receiving yards, 31 rushing yards, looking for his first touchdown of the season.
8th first down of the quarter.
Feels like it should be the half, Bryce.
I know. And they'll hand it off again, puts his head down and hits a brick wall. That's Tequan Bunting, as he's just short by about a yard. Bunting, the 5'10" junior, using all of his 193 pounds to pound that one in.
The second down and a 1. Wouldn't be surprised they go with the sneak for Eli Stumpf.
And they'll line up in the I formation. Stumpf under center. Bunting at the back of that one. They do hand it off to Bunting, but he's got nowhere to go as he's brought down, and probably a loss of at least 1 there. Great job by Logan of swarming to the ball carrier.
Logan doing a phenomenal job just getting to the ball carrier immediately. And that will be a loss of 2 yards. So 3rd down and 3. This is 4-down territory for Big Walnut. Their defense has played so good. Even if you lose the ball here, Bryce, you give it to them within the 5-yard line. And that defense has played well all night.
This defense looking for some signs of life. Just this team looking for signs of life. If they could get a stop here, it would be huge. Now looking out to pass. They say incomplete. I think that's Jake Neff. No, Ben Ronk instead. As they send him in motion, another look at that one.
They just send him in motion, just trying to get it out to the flat. Not unable to do so. So it'll be 4th down and 3. Of course, we knew Big Walnut was going to go for this. This will be interesting to see what they decide to do. Looks like they'll take a timeout and think things over.
So with 26 seconds remaining here, we'll take a quick break.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So 4th and 3 on the 3-yard line. They'll look to convert. Rolling out to his right, there's pressure on 4th down, has to do something. Looking for the goal line and scoots in Eli Stumpf.
What a job by Eli Stumpf, Bryce. I cannot believe my jaw is dropped. You had 2 defenders coming at you, roll back to the left, somehow get all the way up the middle. That was a long 3 yards, probably ran about 12 or 13 and gets into the end zone. A beautiful job by the quarterback, Eli Stumpf.
So now 27-0 as they look to add yet another point. 19 seconds remaining. This one's through as well, so 28-0 with 19 seconds remaining. Stay with us.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So back here with 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Already the 4th touchdown of the game was achieved by Eli Stumpf, who rushed it in for a 3-yard run. This one back for a touchback. Stay with us through the first quarter as we take another break. Our advertisers certainly getting their money's worth tonight.
It's been a lot of offensive production by Big Walnut. I think that's pretty obvious by the score. Logan, though, they have yet to really be able to do anything, have only accumulated 7 yards of offense, have not gotten a first down at all in this game, Bryce. You just need to create some sort of offense on this drive.
They'll look to awaken the offense here with 3 wide receivers and a man on his left hip. He'll just shovel it out to Caden Morgan. Caden Morgan with some healthy yardage as they pick up a first down, and this away crowd is excited.
You pick up about 12 yards on the rush. The biggest play of the night so far will end the first quarter. I would assume they'll maybe run this out after the whistle blows. We'll see if they want to snap it or not.
I think they might just try to draw him off sides. No, they will run a play as they pitch it out to Morgan one more time. They said if it worked, we'll try it again, and that will end the first quarter. Again, stay with us for the final 3 quarters of this football game as the Big Walnut Golden Eagles lead this one 28-0 over Logan.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Second quarter action here at Big Walnut High School in the Eagles' nest, where on 2nd and 7 on their own 36, Logan will pitch it out, and Morgan able to shake a tackle and some healthy yardage now. So it was hard to come by in the first quarter, but now starting to chug away at this defense. They've got to feel good on these pitches.
And it was a great job by Morgan to escape the pressure, just gets out of the way of what will look to be a tackle. But it'll be 3rd down and 4. I'm interested to see if they don't pick this up. Do they decide that it's worth going for?
So we'll take a quick break for the timeout. Logan calls it. That'll be their 2nd timeout called. So they'll have 1 remaining with 11:16 remaining here in the second quarter. Pretty packed crowd here at Big Walnut High School. I mean, for a round 1 tournament game, these fans really showed out.
And it's a cold one here and just north of Columbus, Ohio, and it's a beautiful night. Just a little bit of wind. And Bryce, I have a question to propose to you. If you're Big Walnut, you're up 28-0. You have under 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. When do you decide that you're going to pull your starters? It's an interesting question because usually it's after halftime. Well, you're up by so much. You feel so confident. It might be a little bit presumptuous of me to think that they should pull them this early, but Big Walnut has played phenomenal.
I do think probably around that halftime, but as he rolls out to pass, Toodle will throw it, falling away. The intended receiver there, just pushing the cornerback out of bounds. Jack Walsh not able to come up with it. But I do think that's a good point. I think maybe, you keep running the things that are working for you, the handoffs, and maybe when that stops working, that's when you start pulling the starters, so you're not necessarily giving future teams too many looks to take into consideration later on in the playoffs.
I mean, you want to keep your team healthy, and that's something that you're always going to want to consider if you're Big Walnut, if you feel confident that you can eventually win this game. Something to always consider.
And this one's through, almost blocked. Maybe got a hand on it as it goes out of bounds around the 45-yard line. The Golden Eagles will start there on their own 45 and just through the line so quickly. That one there, Cole Heisel, the 5'11 sophomore, just ate up the snapper and was through. So 5 yards from Logan territory, 11:02 remaining here in the second quarter. Eli Stumpf in the offense will get it going once again. Stumpf looking out to the flat. They find Ronk again. Ronk having a night so far, cuts back inside, crosses the opponent's 40 and brought down at the 37 for a first down.
And a beautiful job to get all the way to the 37-yard line. Beautiful blocks on the near side. It's a beautiful passing play that goes for a lot. And the Eagles have yet to throw a pass, Bryce, that has gone for 10 yards or less.
Wow, that's great production out of the offense, specifically pass offense, and they'll look to it again as Stumpf is alone in the backfield, looks to Ronk one more time, and there we have it, about a 5-yard pass.
And a little bit of a broadcaster's jinx right there. But pick up a 5, still very good yardage. And you're putting yourself in very good position, and you're thinking about a running clock now. I'm a little bit weird to say that, but even with a field goal, you would get that here. I'm sure Big Walnut is well aware.
Now putting Hatfield in motion. He was the wideout on the right side. They'll hand it off to Burley. Burley cuts inside, almost hits the official, and he puts down a stiff arm and gets drilled at the 8-yard line. And a big hit there, clean as he was intending to go for the end zone. The fans not necessarily happy about that hit, but do you think definitely in play?
A great job by Nolan Burley on the rush, doing exactly what he needs to do, a big pickup. And now that immediately puts them inside the red zone at the 14.
So they will be able to get to the 4 and earn themselves a new set of downs if they have to. They'll look with the lone backfield. Burley comes up with the catch. He'll pick up, looks to be about 5 or 6 yards there.
And this has worked so well for the Golden Eagles. They set up their blocks perfectly. You can throw these little out routes, these dink and dunks, and you pick up massive yardage. And a couple times we've only seen 5 or 6 yards, but that's a fair amount of yardage that you can then use on second down. Go for the run, fake out Logan, do whatever it is. Ground game and the passing game working for Big Walnut.
Now spreading things out a little bit more. They'll look to pass. Stumpf rolling out, sees pressure, may just have to throw it away, but instead he fights for a couple extra yards. A good job there keeping that one alive. It brings up 3rd and short.
And a good job by Stumpf reading the field, deciding I'm not going to throw it away. I know I can maybe get just a couple more yards. Decides to take off. Now it'll be 3rd down and 5. Be interested to see, will they decide to go for it? Will they run it here, trying to pick up a couple yards, then set themselves up on 4th down to go for it? Will they take the free points and get 3, and then he would immediately start a running clock?
Now, Ronk in the wide out. They'll hand it off to Burley, who bounces out to the left side, cuts inside, and Nolan Burley has yet another touchdown here.
And it'll be called back.
Well, in fact, it will. Flag in the backfield.
So they'll be holding on the offense. Will back them up. 3rd down and 15. Take the touchdown off the scoreboard.
So pushes them back to the 19.
Now 3rd down and long to see if they decide to go for the pass, maybe try to just run it again.
Again, they'll have to get it to the 4-yard line in order to get a new set of downs. Looks to pass, outside linebackers blitzing hard, ends up finding a receiver, puts his head down, gets close to that 1st down marker. And a man slow to get up. Owen Pollock, the 6'4" junior tight end, laying the hammer down there. The tackler feeling it.
Even if you don't get it, you're just, they'll say he's a yard short, so 15 yards on the pass. And Bryce, I would say he's not even a yard, probably half a yard. This is something you probably go for here.
I think so. They'll line up in the gun with Burley on his left hip, and what do you know? It goes to Burley, picks up about 4, gets close to that goal line. And they say he's just short, but they will get the 1st down.
They'll say he picked up 3 yards. Now be on the 1-yard line.
So now with 8 minutes and 20 seconds and ticking. Got a few wide receivers at his disposal, but he'll roll out to his left. Pressure is there, looks over the middle, and a touchdown pass to Owen Pollock. And so after all, they will end up getting the touchdown on the drive. They lead this one 34-0 over Logan. Let's take another look at that one.
A 1-yard passing touchdown by Eli Stumpf. Rolls out to the left, recognizes the pressure, sees his receiver crossing to his left, and had the opening, and a beautiful job by Big Walnut.
Austin Wines here, the cornerback there, just burnt and not able to catch up after Pollock got a step on him, and right across the middle, we have a flag thrown now.
There'll be encroachment on the defense, so they'll just line up for another opportunity.
Second time that's happened tonight. So Neff lines up. The kick is a line drive, but it's good. 35-0 now is the score. Big Walnut leading this one over Logan.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany, Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So with 8 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, they kick things away. And tackled around the 28-yard line. The story here, Big Walnut now taking a 35-0 lead over Logan after a touchdown pass from Eli Stumpf to Owen Pollock, picking him up a couple of yards there. They have just been cruising along so far tonight.
So 8 minutes ago, up 35-0. The running clock now begins.
Now some shuffling in the backfield for the defense. They'll hand it off. No, they won't hand it off. Tootle will look to pass. That was Walsh, rather, having him out of the Wildcat.
Or maybe there is no running clock in the first half. As the clock continues to stop.
So a substitution for the offense. They're back to the huddle, 15 on the play clock. They make their way to the line of scrimmage. They're on their own 29-yard line, a long way to go for the touchdown, but only 10 yards for the first down here on second down. Looking to pass. Pressure is there. He steps out, steps up in the pocket, and this one short. It's a jackpot ball, and Jack Walsh ends up coming up with the grab.
What a job by Jack Walsh, just throwing up the Hail Mary to Golden Eagles right there. Get all the way to the opposite 38.
So a huge first down and a huge pickup will put him inside Golden Eagle territory, where they'll look to get something started. Best opportunity they've had so far tonight. They'll look to come away with something and not leave empty-handed. And flag thrown.
Be delay of game on the offense, so right when you get that jackpot pass, immediately will be backed up 5 yards.
Fourth penalty called on them so far tonight. They'll be quick to get things started here again. Just taking it himself up the middle. Hard to see if that's Walsh or Tootle. All the same, they'll end up picking up or getting back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Instead of it's a loss of 1, so 2nd and 11. Now looking to pass and making huge contact. Intended receiver not able to pull it down. That was Jim Carver, the 6'4" tight end.
And a good job by Big Walnut. It always seems like they're so close to maybe being pass interference, but the ball just gets there, immediately lays out the hit. So nowhere to go. It'll be 3rd down and long.
So 3rd and 10, they're on the Golden Eagle 39-yard line here with 6:42 remaining. Sends it off, and a huge collision there. Take another look at that one. I don't even think that was intentional.
Just a huge collision, pitched it to the outside, had the guard come in to block. And now it will move them up, get a pickup of 4 yards on the rush.
So 4th and 7 after that one.
And you don't want to give them easy territory, but something where you've gotten in Big Walnut territory, why not go for it?
Crossing the 6-minute marker here in the second quarter as Tootle looks for a deep ball, cheating into it, and they say no flag for pass interference. Intended receiver Jacob Carrig unable to come up with it. It would have been on the 1-yard line if they were.
So because of that, Big Walnut will get the turnover on downs. We'll start it right at the 40-yard line, or just a little bit behind at the 36. So a great opportunity for Big Walnut to continue to pour on the points.
So now with 2 wide receivers, looks like the tight end will just take it himself as he barrels down towards the first down marker. Jackson Bowers taking things out of the Wildcat, and a huge pickup for him.
There'll be a pickup of 9 yards. Great job on the misdirection. Faked everyone out. Took it to the right side through the middle, and it'll be just a yard short.
Continuing to chunk away on this drive. We'll have a yard to go and only 5 yards until they cross into Logan territory, a place they've been familiar with so far tonight. They put Hatfield in motion. They just hand it off to him, following a set of blockers. He gets the first down marker and about 4 more. Brought down right around the 50 in no man's land.
Be a good job. Pickup of 5 yards.
14th first down of the half for the Golden Eagles so far.
Clock at 5 minutes to go. If you're the Golden Eagles, you want to push this down the field, get the touchdown, but also take a lot of time off the clock.
Now Bunting hit at around the 45-yard line. He bounces back and is brought down right around there. Pickup of about 6. It'll be 4 to go until the first down marker and second down.
You don't even need to pass the ball, can just go for the run. It's worked out so well, just getting these huge chunk plays, wasting as much time on the clock as possible. And if you're the Golden Eagles, you'll get the ball to start the second half. So if you can get a touchdown here, take as much time off the clock, then come out of the break with an opportunity, that's what you want to see.
Bunting with a full head of steam gets spun around, not before picking up the first down marker and a couple more, so the chains move once again.
And the total offense for the first half for the Golden Eagles will be monstrous, Bryce. Just keeping total here. They have just done everything you need them to do in this first half.
Marching band warming up, getting ready to head on the field. Make sure you stay with us through the halftime show as we bring you the band show. Always a fun time. And then we'll bring you the Koorsen Fire and Security halftime show to wrap up all those stats. Bunting able to slip outside, puts the stiff arm down, crosses the 20 and is hit at the knees. Brought down inside the 20 at around the 18. So some good movement from Tequan Bunting, picks up another first down.
And a great job. Get all the way to the 17. A huge rushing gain. Be first down for the Golden Eagles.
In red zone, 3:15 and ticking, remaining here in the second quarter. Now lining up in the I formation. Wideouts on either side of them. Turn it around, and Pollock just hands it off. Using the power to get ahead there.
Great job to just barrel through the Chieftain defenders. The whistle will blow. Some substitutions will be made, but it'll be second down and 4.
Now still under center as Bowers handing it off to Bunting. Picks up a couple. Gets close to the first down marker, but I don't think close enough.
Be 3rd down and short, a pickup of 2 yards. And you have 2 downs to play with here.
Once again out of the I formation, Jackson Bowers under center. They hand it off to Bunting, who follows the fullback, drilled at the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to be stopped short again. But there's a man slow to get up for the Golden Eagles.
So we'll see what they decide to mark him. Still showing 3rd down and 2 on the scoreboard.
Trainer tending to the injured player there. Matt Green, the injured Golden Eagle, down on the field, playing in that fullback position when they were lining up out of the I and just making big contact at the line of scrimmage. And on that scrum was slow to get up. Another look at that one there. And a look at that, he's able to jog off on his own 2 feet, so we're glad to see that.
Great to see as the Golden Eagles now will have what will look to be a 4th down. The chain gang not setting down the markers. So it'll be 4th down and short.
4th and 2. We'll need to get to the 7-yard line in order to convert. Now rolling out, finds a receiver. Brody Hatfield crosses into the end zone. So an 8-yard passing touchdown puts the Golden Eagles over the 40-point mark here in the first half, 41-0.
And it has been a dominant performance for the Golden Eagles, just continuing there. A beautiful job rolling out to the left, finding the open man, and an 8-yard touchdown gives them a lead, 41-0.
Jake Neff lines up for the point after. Perfect so far on the day. And this one, the same result, so 42-0 here in the first half, a minute 30 remaining. Stay with us.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Bryce Cutter, Micah Flack with the OH Report, joining you with a minute 30 remaining here in the second quarter. Big Walnut able to come away with their 6th score so far in the first half, as the scrum brings down the ball carrier, still staying on his feet. Now they finally blow it dead. He crosses the 25-yard line, so a decent return there.
Just a minute and 19 left on the clock. See if Logan tries to drive down the field, but you don't want to get antsy and throw into coverage or force a mistake, as Big Walnut is taking advantage of those today.
So a minute 19 remaining. As Toodle pitches it out, looks like to Morgan, and nowhere to go. He tried to bounce out to avoid the tackler, but no space.
And a great job, nowhere to go for the ball carrier. I'll drop him all the way back a couple yards.
So clock continuing to tick. We're crossing the 50-second marker. Again, stay with us through halftime as we bring you the Koorsen Fire and Security Band Show, as well as the halftime show where we recap the stats of the first half. That'll be a doozy. Toodles looks to pass, runs into a blocker, and unable to come up with the grab. That was a good job, able to get his hands on it, but that was it. Austin Weinseer, the intended receiver there.
Good job by Big Walnut, keeping everything in front of them, not allowing the receiver to make the grab. Now 33 seconds left.
Now to the huddle and back to the line of scrimmage. Weinseer, the wide out. Morgan on his right hip. Movement in the backfield, but it looks like we'll have a break in the action.
It'll be a dead ball delay of game, so back him up another 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 19.
22 penalty yards here in the half for Logan. Only one for the Golden Eagles. One penalty and 10 yards, rather. Now 3rd and 19, a long way to go. And another jackpot pass lands right into the hands of a Golden Eagle, Carter Dancer.
Great job by Big Walnut, just thrown all the way up in the air. Carter Dancer makes the grab.
His second, I think, second interception of the evening.
Great job for Carter Dancer so far tonight. Now with 25 seconds left, Big Walnut has 2 timeouts. If they decide they want to do something with that.
And they'll just knee it out. I believe that's where we will end things here in the first half, and indeed that's the case as both teams make their way to the locker room. So after 2 quarters of play, Big Walnut leading this one 42-0 over Logan. Stay with us for the band show and the halftime show that we'll bring to you shortly.
You know, yoga isn't just for men with ponytails. It's a great tool for relieving stress. But most of those poses aren't realistic. Yeah. You're a construction worker, not a f***ing gymnast. That's why I made this video. Yoga for men. With poses like Weekend Warrior pose. The man spread. And my personal favorite, the just resting my eyes pose. That's the stuff. From depression relationships, stress, and everything in between. Go to mantherapy.org and take the 20-point head inspection to better care for what's under that hard hat. Because taking care of your mental health is the manliest thing you can do.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
That wraps up the band show. I'd like to take a second to thank all of our sponsors who support our live and free coverage right here on the OH Report. MobiSTOR by Dearman Moving and Storage. Fast, cost-effective, portable storage because your stuff has a story. Koorsen Fire and Security. Mention OH Report to receive 10% off your fire and security services. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and Man Therapy. So life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately. Visit mantherapy.org today and get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Men are better men when they're happy. BKD Legal LLC attorney Brian Duncan is dedicated to providing you assistance in language that you can understand. Call 740-965-1348 to schedule a free consultation. And Knox Community Hospital, in the community for the community. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us as we bring you the Koorsen Fire and Security halftime show coming up next.
You know, yoga isn't just for men with ponytails. It's a great tool for relieving stress. But most of those poses aren't realistic. Yeah. You're a construction worker, not a f***ing gymnast. That's why I made this video. Yoga for men. With poses like Weekend Warrior pose. The man spread. And my personal favorite. The just resting my eyes pose. That's the stuff. From depression, relationships, stress, and everything in between. Go to mantherapy.org and take the 20-point head inspection to better care for what's under that hard hat. Because taking care of your mental health is the manliest thing you can do.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more. Every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Koorsen Fire and Security halftime show, and after 2 quarters of play, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles locking this one up 42-0. 2 quarters of play left. Logan thinking anything you can do, we can at least try to do better. Let's take a look at our halftime stats here. For Logan, they have 2 first downs, 28 rushing yards, 44 passing yards, 72 total yards, 5 penalties for 22 yards, 1 turnover. And for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles, they have 16 first downs, 118 rushing yards, 172 passing yards for a total of 290 yards, 1 penalty for a total of 210 yards and 1 interception to their record. And I mean, 290, I mean, that's bordering on like full game stat numbers, but here we are in the second half, third quarter action coming up.
And they've done a phenomenal job on the defensive side. Got those 2 interceptions on the first drive, were able to stifle them as Logan looked to try to go for a 4th down conversion. Didn't happen, and since then, it's really been all Big Walnut's been off to the races. They've done a phenomenal job on both sides of the ball. And if you're Logan here, you're just looking for improvement. Just put away that first half and do something and try to be better in this second half.
I mean, you got to find something that works, and already not off to a great start as this one is shanked out of bounds. That'll move them up even more yardage. So we start off third quarter.
So the clock will run because they are up by 30 or more in the second half. It will be a running clock for pretty much the entire game except for just a few scenarios. Of course, a timeout, injury timeout, things like that. But if you're Big Walnut, have 2-score lead here, can waste as much time off the clock as you want.
So now 1st and 10. Stumpf looking to get the out. No, it's Bowers again. They'll hand it off to Bunting. Bunting consumed by the scrum, picks up about a yard.
And a good job to really open up that first play for Logan, just holding the team to 1 yard on the rush.
Jackson Bowers, typically at the tight end position. He's a 6'2 sophomore, has seen a lot of snaps in at quarterback. They put a man in motion. They do end up just handing it off. Breaks away, that's Jace Murray. Murray will pick up a couple of more yards as it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and about 7, so good job by Logan getting this team to 3rd down and long. They had them at 3rd down and 17 that they would eventually pick up a couple drives ago, but a good job to give up just 3 yards on 2 plays.
Now 3rd and 7. We'll have to get something started. Man on his left hip. Bowers takes the snap, hands it off to Bunting. Bunting fights towards the 1st down marker. It'll be a few yards short as it brings up 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down and about 2, maybe 1.5. We'll see what they decide to do here. It looks like they might. No, they will not go for it. They really hesitated for a second there.
Bit of a delayed decision, but ultimately just taking the nod. They feel pretty good about this one, and especially with the running clock, we're already inside of 10 minutes. So Jake Neff will look to pin Logan inside their own 20.
I have to get this snap off quickly.
Jacob Carrig back to receive this one. This one end over end, almost hit. And it does end up hitting a Golden Eagle there, but they end up ruling it down at the 11. Take another look at that one. I mean, it did hit him twice, so it should be ruled down right around the 17, but the whistle never blew. Instead, they're pinned within their own 15.
So they will start the clock, and we'll pin them really back deep. A great punt by the Golden Eagles. So this will be Logan's first opportunity, and was really their first stop against the Golden Eagles. So they'll look to take advantage of that.
So hopefully some defense carrying over into the offense for Logan as they try to avoid the clean sheet. Rolling out to the right and off the hands of intended receiver Weinseer.
And it was a good job. Even if he makes the grab here, the defender read it very well, came up immediately. Would have actually probably been a loss of 1 or 2.
Austin Weinseer, the 6'2 senior, one of the favorite receivers of quarterback Koorsen. Tootle, the 6'4 sophomore, will drop back to pass, feels the pressure, steps up in the pocket, looking for a receiver, and almost intercepted. Just not able to hang on to it there, as it should have been intercepted.
And a great job by the Golden Eagles. Step in front of the pass. Should have been intercepted, like you said, Bryce. But still a stop nonetheless. Will be 3rd down and long.
Austin Kawasaki ended up coming up with the breakup there. It's now 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers out to his right. He'll look to that side to pass. Has a little bit of time. Steps up in the pocket. Looks towards the 34 and finds a receiver who hits the deck hard. That's Jack Walsh and is slow to get up. And landed flat on his back. So trainer's out onto the field. Couple of trainers tending to him. Both sides will make their way over to their respective sideline to give the injured man some space. Looks like might have been a mixture of a little bit of contact and lost some balance there. Wasn't vertically coming into the back of the legs from what I can see there.
And he gets up. Looked like he got the wind knocked out of him, walking off on his own accord. But it was a good job to really hold on to that football. It was a hard hit. The receiver able to stand in there and keep control of the ball. And it was a 1st down grab, about 12, 13 yards on the reception.
So getting his money's worth there as they move the chains now out of the pistol. And they hand it off to a powerful running back. We'll see his number as he gets up there.
Number 54, Wilson. Be a rush of 2 yards.
So now here on 2nd and 8, Logan is on their own 36-yard line. Running clock scenario here as we approach the 6-minute marker in the 3rd quarter. Looks to the air over to the right side and unable to come up with the grab.
And Carrick looking to make the reception for Logan. Had an opportunity on the pass, was in his hands, was dropped. It'll be 2nd down or 3rd down and long, as they have been in these 3rd down and long scenarios early and often on this drive.
Now the snap, Tootle rolls out to his left, tries to buy some time. 2 Golden Eagles running into each other, staying on his feet, gets close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like that back juke may have backed him up.
And it looks like it will. He'll be at least 3-4 yards short because no one touched him when he did the juke. It won't be forward progress, or it will be forward progress.
So the 4th down is credited to Logan, their 1st down of the evening. Now back to the line of the scrimmage. scrimmage. Golden Eagles with 3 men with hands in the dirt.
And Golden Eagles have not put a lot into the trenches. There'll be a delay of game on the offense. That'll back them up 5 yards. But if you haven't really had to face the run game a whole lot against Logan, they've been passing it a lot, so you're going to put a ton more guys in coverage for Big Walnut. So they only really have 3 linemen on the line. This time they'll have 4.
Looks like Wilson behind him. Indeed, they do just hand it off to him, and he'll wind up short, brings up the 2nd down, but only about 5 yards until that 1st down marker.
It was a good job just finding the soft spot in the defense. And went from 2nd and 15 to 2nd down and 6. So pickup of 9 yards.
Lining up in the same formation, hands it off once again, a little bit quicker to bring this one down, only picks up about a yard or so. Another 3rd down situation.
Be 3rd down and 5, so just a pickup of 1. But Logan's done a good job. It's been very methodical. They're just kind of slowly getting down the field. They've been able to pick up these 3rd downs quite effectively.
Now on his left hip with 4 wide receivers, has trouble with the snap as it's in the dirt, ends up finding a receiver. It's the running back.
And it looks like he'll be right at the line to gain. Looks like it'll be a pickup of 5. They do give it to him on the pass. And a great job again by Logan. The pressure was coming. The snap was low for Tootle. And he was able to just dump it off, makes a couple misses, and able to get those 5 yards. So taking a lot of time off the clock. Of course, with the running clock, going to hit about 2 minutes.
We are approaching the 2-minute mark, and as you can see from the score, a bit of a blowout. Feel free to leave a comment down below. We love reading comments, having conversations with our fans. We love the football fans here at Big Walnut.
So it'll be a 7-yard pickup on the pass, and Logan doing exactly what they need to do, getting down the field very effectively.
Now getting set, 2 men in the box for the Golden Eagles. Looks to hand it off and falls into the back of a runner and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like there will be a gain.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3, another 3rd down for this Chieftain team. And they've been able to convert all of these so far. You're in Golden Eagles territory. Even on 3rd down and 3, you get stopped. I expect them to go for it on 4th down.
Golden Eagles crowd starting to thin out a little bit as they smell victory, and we're just looking to wrap this one up, and a long run play will come up with about a yard there.
So it'll be 4th down and short. And they'll definitely go for this here. Be 4th and 2 after the 1-yard gain.
We saw him go for it on 4th down with the fake punt inside of Golden Eagle territory. Gonna go for it here. This one makes a little bit more sense. Only 2 yards to go. They've crossed into Golden Eagle territory now. They want to keep this drive going. Tootle will end up picking it up, so it pays off, but the end of the 3rd quarter will come. Stay with us as we bring you the conclusion of this ball game in the 4th quarter with the running clock.
have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to...
Fourth quarter action here with the OH Report. I'm Bryce Coder, joined in the booth by Micah, Flack, as always. And the first play of the fourth quarter leads us to a second down after a pickup of a couple.
Just be a pickup of one on the rush, but Logan's done a good job, Bryce, so far. They've been able to pick up a lot on third down. Had a 5-yard rush by Tootle that got it. They made a couple more on through the air. 13-yard pass, then a 5-yard pass. They're being really methodical, getting down the field well.
Definitely something to take home with them there. This is a drive that you can definitely write home about. They'll hand it off to the slot receiver, who gets brought down in the backfield. They won't get any yards, and in fact, I think they're going to lose about 3.
And just nowhere to go, running it to the outside. And like you said, it'll be a loss of 4 on the rush. So a long third down, able to convert a long third down and 9 on their first third down attempt. It was a 13-yard pass pickup.
Now with 2 wide receivers, we'll drop back to pass. A different look out of the quarterback position. It's Lane Ogg, the 5'9" freshman, getting the young gun some snaps here late in this ball game.
That was a pass that was well overthrown. Just unable to even make the jump for it is the receiver. Now, trying to get this fourth down stop. Logan has been very good so far on picking up third and fourth downs. They came into this game having picked up 51% of fourth downs throughout the season.
Dropping back to pass, Ogg looks for a receiver and just able to get a hand on it. Might have been intercepted if that one would have gotten through, but instead we'll have a turnover on downs, and the Golden Eagles will take over on their own 36.
And good job by the
We do have a flag down. And it's way back by the 50.
And it looks like it'll advance Logan. And they didn't. So it'll be a personal foul is what, no signal by the official, but because of that, it's a fresh set of downs.
So now on the Golden Eagle 21-yard line. Dives forward for about a yard, brings up second down.
Because of that, will allow the Chieftains continue this drive. Just being very methodical with it, looking to score their first touchdown against Big Walnut. Both these teams in the Ohio Capital Conference, different divisions.
Richard Corning says, watching all the way from North Carolina, likes to hear the players' names when they make big plays. We like calling the players' names when they make big plays. Lynn Ratliff saying, go Eagles, having a great night so far.
They have had a great night indeed. It's been a phenomenal showing for them. So it'll be fourth down and 10, another fourth down, another long fourth down. And looks like maybe going to see a field goal attempt. Complete change on the offensive side, and We will see a field goal try by Logan.
Looking to avoid the clean sheet. It'll be a 34-yard attempt. Or 38 rather. It's a line drive and not able to sneak over the bottom crossbar, just short. So a good effort and hit it true, but just not enough height.
There's not enough there, but a good opportunity for Logan. A little bit surprised they didn't go for it like they did when it was 4th and 13. Had a personal foul that gave them the first down, but that deep into Golden Eagles territory, a little bit surprised they didn't decide to go for it.
So a whole new look for the Golden Eagles. There's a whole host of guys getting snaps now. Bowers under center out of the I formation. Looks like that's Bunting who makes the grab. A great pickup there of about 8 yards. Keep him moving.
And a good job. It'll be 2nd down and short, just running up the middle. As this Logan defense starting to get very tired late into this 4th quarter.
So after the 9-yard pickup there, we're back to the line of scrimmage here on 2nd and 1. Hands it off and some evasive action. Ty Kohler with a big gain there, and this crowd's excited.
A great job. You get to see a lot of those younger players get that opportunity. It's been a great job for them.
So many guys on this Golden Eagles squad can just competently run the football. I mean, you see guys like Nolan Burley, of course, but they've gotten so much production out of Tequan Bunting, Brody Hatfield even sometimes running those jet sweeps, and then Jace Murray as well. They're able to really turn anywhere when they need production.
It'll be a nice pickup here, about 6 yards. This will be 2nd down and short.
Andrew Katie Penrod saying they're watching all the way from Amsterdam. Very happy to have you here doing, I'm sure it's morning there. So doing the night shift.
Good job. Pick up of 4 yards on the rush. Being very methodical, just running the ball. No need to pass it here when it's a running clock, and doing a great job. I don't know how far ahead Amsterdam is.
I'm looking it up.
I wanted to say 8 hours.
It's about 5. It's 2:02 a.m. over in Amsterdam.
Wow, 2:02. Ever been over to Europe?
I have. I actually went to Norway when I was 18 years old. Very cold. I went over the New Year's, but it was a really great time. Definitely a different cultural experience, but a lot of good people there. And Ty now eating up this defense as he crosses the 35 and is brought down at the 31, just refuses to go down, and he's feeling the swagger.
And a great rush for 18 yards, just barreling his way through Logan and his opposition, and bring him in a good spot right at the 33-yard line. Well, I can't say, Bryce, I've ever been to Europe, but that would be a very cool experience.
It was a good time. Getting to experience like holidays through a different cultural lens was very fun. Now rolling out. And brought down just short of the 25-yard line. Will keep the legs running.
We'll take a look and pull up the stats and see who they will be playing next week here at home with Big Walnut, the 1 seed. They will host for the quarterfinals of this regionals. And they'll either face Northland or Perry. Well, I think it's an easy answer, Bryce. It will be Perry with 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Perry up 34-0 against Northland.
Andrew Penrod saying they're coming back to Columbus tonight. Well, I hope you have a great and safe flight. Welcome back to the great state of Ohio. I'm sure you wish you could have stayed there in Amsterdam a little bit longer, but we're happy to have you back. Also saying, let's go Inman, number 63. Keep an eye on him. Look for some of his blocks that we can feature.
So it'll be an interesting matchup next week. Don't want to get too far ahead, but next week we'll be back here at Big Walnut. They'll host against Perry, who I believe was the number 9 seed against Northland. And Perry has been incredible, 34-0. And both of these two teams have really put on a show tonight.
And I cannot believe that play ended up in something. We do have a flag in the backfield, so we'll see.
And it is going to be holding. And I would have been very surprised if it was not holding. Just being able to escape and get all the way around. The offensive lineman probably tugging at a jersey. So that will back them up 10 yards. A minute and a half to go here in Sunbury, Ohio. And Big Walnut, what a season they have had so far. 9-1, a phenomenal win last week to win their respective division. Both teams 8-1. Big Walnut ended up defeating Westland 34-33 with time expiring, 3 seconds left. And this is a Big Walnut team that is one of the best in Central Ohio.
I always like to give my end of the season speech, and for Logan, you know, it is going to be their last game of the season, and despite the season not turning out the way they wanted it to, they certainly have put in the work that was necessary of a football team. They bonded together, especially for these seniors. It will likely be their last football game in pads, and for them, I hope that their memories were great, and I hope that you take something back with you tonight that is valuable. So 4th and 16, and play clock and game clock within about a second of each other.
And you can just take the snap, run around a little bit, kneel.
And make sure you stay with us for the Koorsen Fire and Security post-game show. Also, we'll be picking an MVP, and stay with us for that MVP interview. So after 4 quarters of play, Big Walnut Golden Eagles picking up a 42-0 victory over Logan. They're going to move on the next round to what is very likely going to be Massillon Perry. We will be there for that game, bringing you live coverage right here at Big Walnut High School. Stay with us.
We all need help sometimes dealing with everything life throws at us. As outdoorsmen, spending time in nature, hunting, fishing, and cooking with the buddies we love are great ways to reset and decompress. Man Therapy is a platform designed for men, by men, to help us sort through stress, anxiety, depression, or any other puzzles we're dealing with. Get a rundown of how you excel and where you can improve your mental health by taking Man Therapy's 20-point head inspection. It's free, it's anonymous, and it could be your first step towards becoming a happier, healthier man. Learn more at mantherapy.com. OH.org.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Let's go.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors who support our live and free coverage of local sports. I'd like to thank MobiSTOR by Dearman Moving and Storage, fast, cost-effective, portable storage because your stuff has a story. Koorsen Fire and Security. Mention OH Report to receive 10% off your fire and security services. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and Man Therapy, so life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately. Visit mantherapy.org today. Get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Men are better men when they're happy. BKD Legal LLC attorney Brian Duncan is dedicated to providing you assistance in language that you can understand. Call 740-965-1348 to schedule a free consultation. Again, that's 740-965-1348. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Bryce Cooler with the OH.REPORT, bringing you the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation Man Therapy MVP player of the game. It's Eli Stump. A couple of touchdown passes and a touchdown rush to his record. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So coming out of the regular season, you know, you wanted to start hot. Is this what you expected out of this game?
Yeah, we worked pretty hard all week, and to go out and just execute means a lot. Shows what we have as a team. And yeah, on to the next one.
So, in looking at the score, it's very likely going to be facing Maslin Perry next week.
Yep.
Any expectations out of that? How are you feeling?
No, we focused pretty much on this week, and now we'll start game planning for them, and wherever they bring us, we'll be ready to handle.
So with this group of guys, a great group of guys, it's been a magical season. Who do you feel like on your offense has really stepped up and made that difference for you guys?
I can say everyone, but someone who constantly just is always giving his best is Nolan. Obviously, you guys have had him up here a couple times. He does a really good job. He's always working hard, cheering people on. So yeah, he's been my buddy for a long time, so I'm super happy for him.
Anyone you want to shout out tonight?
Everyone. Whole offensive line, the receivers, coaches, defense. Everyone did their job, and when everyone does their job, good things happen.
Humble kid. Eli Stump, MVP player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
As we wrap things up, Big Walnut picking up the big victory 42-0 over Logan. Joining the booth as always by Micah, Flack, in a pretty decisive one here.
And it was, especially for Big Walnut. Logan started to show a little bit more on their final drive in the second half, but really just been all for the Golden Eagles, especially the running game and the passing game. Heard from Eli Stump what he was able to do tonight, Nolan Burley, and they'll be one of the best teams going into the game next week.
So let's take a look at our final stats on our Koorsen Fire and Security post-game show. Logan with 5 first downs, 50 rushing yards, 69 passing yards for a total of 119, 6 penalties for 27 yards, and 3 turnovers. For Big Walnut, 18 first downs, 240 rushing yards, 118 passing yards for a grand total of 358 yards, 3 penalties for a total of 35 yards, and 1 turnover on the interception. Taking a look at next week, so Big Walnut will be playing
Perry.
I think it's officially Massillon Perry.
34-6 against Northland was the final.
And we will be there bringing you that game live and free right here on the OH Report, right here from Big Walnut High School as well. Very excited about that one. Wrapping things up, I'd like to take the opportunity one more time to thank our sponsors who support our live and free coverage of local sports. MobiSTOR by Dearman Moving and Storage. Fast, cost, effective, portable storage because your stuff has a story. Koorsen Fire and Security. Mention OH Report to receive 10% off your fire and security services. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Man Therapy. Still, life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately. Visit mantherapy.org today and get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Men are better men when they're happy. BKD Legal LLC attorney Brian Duncan is dedicated to providing you assistance in language that you can understand. Call 740-965-1348 to schedule a free consultation. Again, that's 740-965-1348 in Knox Community Hospital. In the community, for the community. Wrapping things up, I'm Bryce Coder, your producer and play-by-play commentator for the evening, joined as always by Micah Flack in the booth, doing a great job. Chris Pomponio joining us on the cameras again, doing a great job there as well. So happy to have him. Wrapping things up, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other and have a great night.